What's up guys, David here and welcome to the FitPro Daily. This week has been all about understanding your prospect, your clients and really getting to know their languages and what goes on with them so you can create a more compelling reason to join and you can create a more compelling service to keep them for longer. As usual on Fridays, it's an overview of the whole week, but before I do dive into it, if you haven't already subscribed just yet, press pause, press subscribe, and then let's dive into this week's overview. Okay, let's get started. Now, the best place to start this week is actually on Monday with Tanya. So Tanya came on to talk about nailing your niche and speaking their language. And then the rest of the week followed on from there. We'll probably go Tuesday, Thursday, and then the last one we'll put in is Wednesday. Now, Tanya came in with a wealth of knowledge. She even explained herself. She wasn't a FitPro initially. She fell into the industry because of the results that she wanted to achieve. Then she became a FitPro and now she's a coach. And you can really see from that journey, she's gone from really looking at the target audience, mastering it, understanding it, selling, doing well, and now she's doing the exact same for coaches. She's now talking to FitPros who are struggling with a specific need for their clients. She's helping them develop their business and then she's succeeding. So she's done it twice in two complete, almost different situations by understanding your target audience and speaking their language. So if you want to go back and check out the whole of Tanya's interview for Monday, definitely go and check that out. Now, following on from everything we said, on Tuesday, we gave you 5 things to really nail down and get better at really understanding your target audience, okay? Looking at what type of languages they use, what is there going on in their environment, where do they hang out, so you can create better content, better sales pitches, and also a better overall experience for this client. Things like taking notes when you speak to people in consultations or just generally having a chat. When you're on the gym floor, asking the right questions to really open them up and get them to know what is what. Start doing surveys and finding out about what your clients really like about the program, what they don't like, so you can create a better program for them moving forward. And then we use all that information to move on what we talked about on Thursday, which was creating the right front end offer, and then on the flip side, creating the right long-term offer. And if we look at it now, okay, when somebody comes in initially, they're still a bit wary. They've paid, but they're still a bit wary. They're not convinced they're going to stay with you for the long term. So what we put together, the language, the whole program on that front end needs to suit that type of person. Then you convince them over that period to move them into the long-term client, and we don't lose them here in the middle where they just finish and then leave. We want to convince them enough to move all the way to the long term, and then once they're in the long term, you're convincing them then to stay for as long as possible, okay? Putting on events, resetting their goals, resetting their mindset, giving them new targets, things to aim for, so they're always moving forwards and wanting to keep going from there. And then the final thing which we haven't considered was the whole storytelling aspect of it. From what Tanya was talking about on Monday to really creating these 5 ways to generate all this information and knowledge about your target audience on Tuesday, what we then looked at on, I think it was Wednesday or Thursday, I kind of got the days mixed up a little bit now, was creating that story, using that information to create a compelling story, to either bring prospects in or to be able to sell to them, to give them this opportunity. Take it, for example, me. I'm not a busy over 30 female, but my target audience were busy over 30s females. So what I'd learned from the prospects, from the research, from everything I did, I was able to create a story. That story sold to the prospects. The prospects then bought into my program. I then learnt what they wanted from the program by surveying them and asking them and talking to them to keep them with me for the long term. So yeah, we've covered a load of different stuff, but on the whole, it's all about really nailing your audience, really understanding your audience, and then understanding their language so you can resonate with them as much as possible. So that is it for this week. If you want to go back, all the links are in the comments. Just go back and check out all the content from this week. As usual, if you haven't already subscribed, we'd love you to subscribe. Press pause, press subscribe, and I'll speak to you all on Monday. Cheers.